This is like my first time recording a monologue in like 2 weeks, and recording monologues or doing any kind of video making is kind of like going to the gym. If you don't do it for like 2 weeks after having done it for a while, it's hard to kind of get back into it. And so I suggest if you're doing anything in life and you've taken a break and you started making excuses of why you can't do it, just get back on it. It's going to get way harder later. Intro. Boom. Inside, outside, inside. I like it here. Today I want to talk about a concept that I think is really important and I think is really lost on today's society. And that concept is called believability. Where did I get this concept? I didn't make it up. I got it from this book. Where is it? I've been reading this book called Principles by Ray Dalio. He's like some billionaire. And I guess I want to be a billionaire, so I read books written by billionaires. This is a great book and I agree with a lot of the things, not everything, but I do agree with a lot of the things in here. And if you ever have the chance, go and read it. But one of the things that Ray Dalio talks about in the very early stages or in the very early chapters of the book is a concept called believability. And it blew my mind. Because I used to say to people, based on a very old, like manly or just ancient kind of saying, that a measure of a man is how he keeps his word. A man, if he says something, should follow it up with actions. And I know that this isn't gonna happen all the time. Being perfect is really, really hard. And even myself, I might have said things that I never followed up on. And sometimes it just drives me like insane. And it should. If someone says something to you and says like, let's do something, but they never follow up and they don't do it and it doesn't drive them crazy, that person is probably not like really worth pursuing. That's what I want to talk to you about today, because I think we live in a society where there's social media and we have access to information on our phones, but we've kind of lost the ability to really vet someone and to really check if something is true. When is the last time you heard something on social media and instead of thinking, hey, is that true? I should look it up with my own research, you immediately go to, oh my God, I need to change my life or something, and you start spitting it out to your friends in your friend circle. I saw on Reddit, this person, blah, 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 blah. I saw on TikTok, blah, 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 blah. And I've done it too. And it's kind of scary how easily we do that. We easily just believe people for no reason other than the fact that it sounded okay. And so going back to the book, Ray Dalio calls believable people are people who have actually done what they said they were going to do 3 times. And also they're able to clearly explain how they did what they did. And I think that's kind of so simple, but it's something that we just don't do. And if you meet a person and they tell you a story, there are ways to really confirm that some of the things that they said actually happened. Like, can they really explain it clearly? Are there pictures? Are they able to answer your questions like fairly reasonably? And I think most people in general have pretty good like signals to tell if someone might be lying, because we know the symbols of lying. But on the internet, we can kind of hide all those symbols. Even I can hide, like, you guys don't really see all of the stuff that I don't actually put in the final edit. And I'm not gonna dive into like, this is how you vet someone if they're trustworthy or believable, because I think we all have our own ways of really vetting someone, and we've all been hurt by people who we thought were believable. However, I do wanna say this. One, I really think we should be more conscious of who we listen to, whether on the internet or in real life. I've seen in friendships, like my own, not other people's friendships, I guess, where people say things and there's no follow-up and it just kind of leaves a hole and you just don't want to deal with that. I've seen in workplaces like salesmen and marketers promise things to boardroom directors and just have zero follow-up or have any idea of how to actually execute whatever they're promising. And so again, I'm not saying just like not trust anyone, just be a little bit careful of who you do trust. But here's what I really want to say. If there are people around you that you know are believable and just trustworthy people that do what they say and that can explain what they do and how they did it, those are the people you need to keep around you for as long as possible. possible, because those are the people that you know that you can rely on. Those are the people that if they can't do something for you, they'll tell you, they'll be honest with you so that it doesn't hurt you later. And so I try really hard to surround myself with people that are believable and will make me a better person. The number one person in my life that is obviously my wife. She's always kept her word. If there was something she couldn't do for me, she was honest with me. And if she didn't know something, she would tell me she didn't know, but she would try to either find out or tell me how to find that information myself. Another person very close to me that I find very believable is my friend Chris. I've already made a video about him, and one of the reasons he's always believable is I've worked with him professionally and I've worked with him personally. At work, we had to work together, and there would be days where I needed some things from him. He would tell me, yes, I can do it. He would tell me, no, he can't do it. If it was a no, we would find a solution to get to yes. But more importantly, when he told me yes, he always followed up. And that's all you can really ask from someone these days. Just do what you said you were going to do. Now here's the thing about Believability and Chris. We were having one of our just like catch-up coffees or something, and one day he dropped something that I thought was a little far-fetched. He told me, Claudia and I are maybe thinking about moving to Mexico. And if you know Chris is like the whitest guy I know. He's from like the middle of Missouri. I think I've heard him say pepper is spicy one time. So him moving to Mexico without speaking a lick of Spanish and probably not even being able to eat like all of their delicious spices and salsas and stuff was kind of like, whoa, really? And he also has a daughter. Granted, his wife is Mexican and his daughter is now half Mexican, but still, this guy is like he like makes people around him white, which is I guess a very white thing because they like colonize people or whatever. So the idea of Chris moving to Mexico, I didn't really take it seriously until like a month ago. He's like, dude, we just signed a lease on a place in Mexico. And I was like, boom, what is going on? This guy's keeping his word. Like, I'm about to lose one of my best friends. Not lose, but one of my best friends is moving away. One of the people that I really consider to make me a better person, to challenge me, and to motivate and inspire me is now moving away. And you know, you have all these feelings. Not like, I'm gonna miss you, even though I am gonna miss you, Chris. But it's just like, wow, this guy is really doing what he said he was going to do. And I think those are the people that we really, really need to cherish. And so leading up to this, you know, life was going on. I'm asking him for updates and I was like, do you need help moving? I kind of regret that because remember, I want to be a man that keeps his word. And so if I say, do you need help moving? And he says, yes, I gotta actually help him move. Be careful what you promise to other people, because sometimes it gets so annoying. Like one time I told people like, I'll take them to the airport. Totally regretted that. I hate being a good person. Anyway, what was I talking about? Yes, Chris is a believable person. At work, he said what he was gonna do. He told me when he couldn't do something, and even the craziest ideas, once it like leaves his mouth, every single one of them, every single one of his crazy ideas, he at least attempts it, whether it's a fail or a success or whatever, or it's like, hey, I'm like the whitest guy on the planet and I'm moving to Mexico. That guy follows through. And those are the people that I want to be like. And I am incredibly, not sad, but it's like, you know, this kind of like super bittersweet that I'm not gonna be able to hang out with Chris anymore. But having known him and knowing that there are people like him in the world, and knowing that his family is probably gonna be just safe and totally fine because he's a man of great character and just like gets shit done, it's just something to aspire to. So if you have people that are just believable people, genuine people that keep their word, keep them no matter what the cost. Don't keep them like in a cage, but like, you know, just be generous to them. Hang out with them, because those are the people that are gonna challenge you. Those are the people that are gonna wanna make you a better person. And I guess that's all I really wanna say today. Today, I'm gonna go and help one of my best friends move. Seriously, I'm such a good friend. I didn't have to do this, but I thought he might need help, so I decided to just help him. Everyone should be like me.
Route the couches and take the mattress. Get it in the truck, head straight over there. It's the thought that paralyzes, not the actual acts. Once you actually fail, you're like, of course you're like, oh shit, I failed. But then all of a sudden you have this wave of like, but I like did it.
Yeah.
And now I know what to do next. Like
that's powerful.
It's like the next step. That's what's exciting. So like the fear of the failing is what paralyzes you, not the actual failure. The failure energizes you. And I think that's what people try to get across, and they never say it in a way that makes sense to people. So they're like, yo, failure, cool. It's like, no one wants to fail, but...
Dang, it's gonna be such a cool part in the video. This used to be Chloe's loft that he built for her, and now he's tearing down. It's kind of sad, but it's amazing. It's amazing. We didn't actually finish today, but my job and what I could do, which was, I think, like I literally like picked up everything for him. My job is mostly done. Chris has to make a second trip, come back, and I told him to give me a call if he needs the extra help again, but I think we'll be fine. Gonna miss you, dude. I'll probably see you again because you're gonna call me for help again. Ridiculous.
Do you want that on camera?
Yeah, you gotta say that again.
Thank you so much.
Dude, we didn't even finish. Okay, I will take credit that I loaded up the U-Haul, like literally 90% of it.
You did.
But I feel so bad for not finishing the job, even though the rest is totally on you. Like, I can't help you at all.
You got me to the end, man.
All right, man.
I appreciate it.
Hopefully we see each other again.
We will.
Or maybe not. Maybe. Okay.
Are you happy?
You guys have no idea how hard it was to put that monologue together. No idea. Like, seriously, you have no idea. So please, like and subscribe. Chris, good luck. I think everything that you do is just gonna be so worth it. I love seeing the video of Chloe just running up to you after you guys have been separated for so long, so. Love you guys. Claudia, take care of him. Like and subscribe.